Leute, eure Melissa Minh und willkommen zurück zu einem neuen Video von mir. Und ihr wisst Bescheid, es wird Zeit für eine neue Reaction Time with Missy. Ich habe wieder ein neues Video auf YouTube gefunden und oh mein Gott, es hat wieder deutschen Untertitel. Ihr wisst, was das heißt. Das heißt, ich muss nicht wieder jede 2 Sekunden stoppen und es euch übersetzen. Ey, wenn ihr solche Videos habt, immer in den Kommentaren her damit oder in meine DMs, weil Leute, I need it. Es geht heute nämlich um den K-Pop-Star Jessi. Sie ist einfach Queen, Leute. Ich feiere sie übelst. Das Video heißt übersetzt die unvorstellbare Story von Jessi und ihrer Agentur in Korea. Es hat über 1 Million Klicks. Ich bin echt krass gespannt. Und ja, Leute, dann würde ich sagen, schnappt euch euer Popcorn, euer Getränk und euer Kuscheltier oder euer Haustier. Und dann würde ich sagen, let's go! Okay, man sieht Bella gar nicht. Da ist sie. Man sieht nur ihren Popo. Soll ich das Licht ein bisschen dimmen für bessere Atmosphäre? Ja, ich glaube, das ist besser. Okay, also wie gesagt, ich mache deutschen Untertitel für euch an. Finde ich mega, dass es da ist. Are you guys ready? Let's go!
Jessi, who was born in New York, US, later moved to New Jersey, was a chubby Asian kid with glasses. But
Das ist sie? Oh mein Gott!
common in her neighborhood, she was teased at school for a long time. Jessi had 2 older brothers, so she could have told them that she was encountering problems, and maybe in this way she would have been able to end this, but she didn't. That's why Jessi, who didn't want to lean on anyone to solve her own problem, was subjected to racism and teasings for years. But one day at school, a boy made a slant-eye gesture to her, and that was the moment she suddenly thought of, why should I be treated like this?
Oh mein Gott,
And
how
for the first time at this
sad.
moment, she was unable to hold back her anger, and she immediately threw the table towards the boy. And at this time, the teacher
Damals war sie schon badass.
Jessi, who was the victim. However, there was
Junge, was ist das für ein Lehrer?
her from that time on. So she learned one thing in that way. Just because I look different, I've always been the weak one. Fighting may not be the answer, but I have to deal with it when I am treated unfairly. So a little girl without a voice learned how to speak for herself against unfair treatment.
Wow.
Jessi, an 11-year-old girl who just regained confidence, first encountered music at the church youth choir. The young Jessi did sing at the church, and her natural voice was so incredible that people around her cheered her up to become a singer. Thanks
Sie hat
to
im
the support
Kirchenchor
from her
gesungen.
surroundings, Jessi developed a serious
Ich glaube,
interest
da haben
in
alle
music,
angefangen,
and her
oder? Im
parents wanted to
Kirchenchor, selbst
support
ich.
this. But her parents didn't have the money at that time, so they only could afford 1 week of vocal training. And her black vocal teacher said to Jessi, Jessica, I can feel the soul of the black people from your voice. You will gonna be a star.
Wow.
And because of this speech of her teacher, she sincerely started to dream of becoming a singer. After this, she practiced singing along with the microphone her parents bought her. And
Krass.
Jessi, who enjoyed at that time listening to Korean songs,
Aber voll
sent her demo
cool von den
tape to
Eltern, obwohl
Korean
sie kein
agency.
Geld haben oder wenig
So in
Geld,
that way, she
dass sie
received
ihr
notification
Gesangsstunden
of
zahlen.
acceptance from 2 agencies, SM Entertainment and
Krass,
WB
so vor allem
Records.
so große Firmen noch.
However,
Okay, die eine kenne ich nicht, aber
contrary to
SM
expectations,
Entertainment.
She made the contract with WB Records, not SM.
Really?
Now, SM Entertainment is a world-famous agency. But in the 90s, there were more famous singers belonging to Do-Re-Mi Records, and that's why she had chosen Do-Re-Mi, not SM.
Also damals war dieses Do-Re-Mi famer als SM, aber jetzt Leute, SM, EXO und so, ne?
But despite her parents' opposition, at the age of 13, she chartered a flight to Korea on her own, even though she could not.
13? What?
After 2 years as a trainee in Korea, she made her debut with her real name, Jessica Ho. At that time, the agency invested around
Das sind so voll Oldschool-Videos, ne?
enormous marketing. So she made her debut with the album Get Up and song 1 to 2 Steps, packed in a cute concept and with great expectations of her.
Ich kenne sie gar nicht so, oh mein Gott, dass sie so süß ist und so. Die ist ja immer voll badass und ihre Outfits und so auch. Und hier so voll pink und
Jessi
so.
had a big problem at this time because she didn't speak Korean well and couldn't adapt to Korean culture. So she wasn't as happy as first thought, despite making her debut as a singer, which she wished so much for. But at that time, Jessi had always to smile. She couldn't tell her parents about her miserable situation because she knew her parents in the US would start to worry about her. And she was fully aware that a lot of money had been invested in her. That's why no matter what, the only 15 years old Jessi had always to smile, if it was for her parents or for her agency. Since she was stuck in this situation, she lived like a machine as her agency told her to do. And like that, she was soon gradually forgotten by the people and couldn't do any meaningful activities.
No.
Then she got a job offer as a temporary rapper for the at this time popular hip-hop group
Uptown.
And since
Noch nie
then,
gehört.
she began to gain attention by getting recognition for her excellent rap skills while
Ja, die
working
rappt
uptown.
richtig gut.
But shortly after Jessie could start proper activity and was recognized for her musicality, she faced difficulties once again. One of the members from Uptown was caught drunk while driving, and that's why all activities were cancelled altogether. After
Oh mein
this,
Gott.
Jessie decided to give up on
Ey,
music
Leute,
for the
betrunken
first
Autofahren
time.
ist das Schlimmste, was man machen
And a
kann,
few
ne?
years later at an interview, she explained how she felt at the time. I was just having a hard time. I didn't know if this was really the right path for me, and I felt like I was ignored by everyone. At this point in time, she wanted to give up everything and return to the US.
Boah, voll traurig,
But
ich
it wasn't
schwöre.
possible because of her contract with the agency. Thus, she released a new album, Life is Good, like her agency told her to do. However, Jessie's real life didn't run like her song Life is Good. In fact, she was very unhappy. Recalling that time, she once said, "On the stage, I had to sing a song saying that life is so beautiful. But every time I had to sing that song, my heart ached, I missed my family and I was so lonely." Above all, Jessie was still a teenager and the absence of her parents bothered her a lot. Still, she had big problems communicating in Korean, as well as the adaptation to the Korean culture, and all of this caused unimaginable stress. And as a result of what happened at that time, Jessie became claustrophobic. At that point, she made a decision and thought, after this album and its activities, I will go back to the US as soon as possible. And right after the activities from her contract, Jessie gave up her dream of being a singer and returned to the US. But even after returning to the US, Jessie was not really happy.
Ja, natürlich, ihr
She
Traum
thought
muss sie
she
doch noch
disappointed her
erfüllen.
parents after leaving home to live her dream, but eventually returned home without achieving anything.
Ja.
But they were just happy and satisfied that their daughter had finally come home safe and sound. After all that difficulties,
sad,
she
ey,
started to
Leute.
study and passed the GED, the high school equivalency diploma in the US, and also began to study fashion, not music. But
Ah,
the music
krass.
didn't let her go.
Sie hat Fashion studiert, also
Jessie's talent
Mode.
was so outstanding
Wusste ich
that
echt
the
nicht.
people around her encouraged her to continue her music career. Due to this encouragement, she began to cover songs of other singers and posted the videos on YouTube. And seeing those videos, one day a
Ey, wie
Korean
niedlich
music
sie aussah, oh mein
contacted
Gott.
her
Ey, ich erkenne sie nicht wieder, ne?
with her. Feeling happy while singing, she decided to take the challenge and do music again, and took her second flight to Korea.
Wow.
With this joy in mind, Jessie had the feeling for the first time that the music did choose her, and later wrote these lyrics. I didn't choose music, music did choose me.
Wow, was ein Quote.
Unfortunately, however,
Wie
her
schön.
second start in Korea was even more miserable. Shortly after she arrived in Korea, the situation of the new agency suddenly worsened, and her contract was cancelled.
Was?
Due
Wieso?
to this situation, she had no agency, no house, and was
Ich meine, man
alone
braucht
again.
nicht unbedingt eine
And because
Agentur,
she had
finde
no
ich.
place to sleep,
Ist zwar
she even
schwieriger,
had to
aber
sleep in a public sauna. Going through such a difficult time in her life, she tried to find a new agency on her own in Korea. Fortunately, she signed a contract with the YMC agency. However, despite finding a new agency after such a hard time, she only featured on other singers, but did not achieve much in her solo album activities. In a situation where everything was not going well, the agency recommended plastic surgery for changing her image. So she had to force herself to perform double eyelid
Oh my
surgery and had her
God.
nose done. And that led to frustration for a long time.
vor allem, ich war gerade so schockiert wegen den Operationen, dass sie gezwungen wurde, um OPs zu machen. Aber eigentlich ist das so normal, was so traurig ist, weil die Agenturen zwingen die Idols dazu, beziehungsweise die Trainees, dass sie das machen. Ey, das ist so sad, oh mein Gott.
She thought, my face looks like Pinocchio's, and was completely dissatisfied with her unnatural appearance. But how can a person's life be so miserable? Although she had plastic surgery to change her previous image, she didn't get much attention afterward, and her music activities didn't improve either. Later, she started to work with a group called Lucky J, but also with them, she did not receive much attention. And with getting older, she was already in her late 20s, she wasn't able to continue these challenges over and over again. Although at the age of 13 to 26, literally half of her life, she had been doing music for 13 years already.
Wow,
she was
krass.
still just one of the many musicians. There is a saying, God won't give you more than you can handle. However, the ordeal she experienced over 10 years of time consent was not at the level she could handle. So Jessie decided to give up on making music for the second time. But even at that time, the music wouldn't let her go. One day a producer from a music show asked her to appear on his program. However, at this point,
Da
Jessie
geht's
had already
bergab.
closed her mind completely to
Ach,
make music
bergauf.
due to the countless failures and the wounds she had already suffered as a result of it. Nevertheless, the PD didn't give up, and through his persistence, Jessie finally joined the program. And this program was Unpretty Rap Star. Jessie, who participated in the survival rap
Wow.
program, shocked Korean society with powerful effects and aggressive expressions, which was uncommon in Korean show. She refused to get an evaluation from the other participants, and showed an unplanned improvised diss rap.
We're not a team, this is a competition. Now in this game, I'm the hot dog. 0 to 100 on your head is on my Sin City.
Ich sag, das ist so badass. Das war ja so ein Freestyle-Rap.
She purposely swore and only used aggressive expressions.
Alle so.
But this was not the case. At that time, there was a reason why she behaved in the program like that. For more than a decade, she had tried to gain recognition and acceptance by others, but the result was miserable. So from then on, she didn't care if she was good enough in the eyes of someone. There was simply no more reason for that, because she had given up music already, and she had decided to finally get the music out of her life after this program. So she did let out all her anger, and
Wow,
she did hold back
krass,
her emotions.
Leute.
After showing all her feelings on stage, she thought everything was over. But in reality, it was the turning point in her life. Korean society was shocked by her intense appearance, which had never been seen in Korea before. And on this point, she received tremendous attention for the first time since her debut. Paradoxically, she was able to work as a singer again because she gave up on
Ey,
making
ich freu mich
music.
übelst, ne?
Many people thought Jessie, who was making music for more than 10 years, would have been
Ich
very
wusste nicht,
grateful
dass
for
sie
the
so
interest
lange schon im
and the
Geschäft
love that she
ist.
gave to
Girl.
this. But it wasn't like that, and her life became even harder after that. She was fully aware that she was making the headlines only because of her strong
Ey,
performance
die sah ja
and
übelst anders
personality,
aus.
and not because of her musicality, which she had worked so hard for. In addition, after Unpretty Rap Star, many began to make malicious comments, and the public only misunderstood Jessie even more. No matter how hard she tried to show who she really was, people thought Jessie was only a person with a strong image, and she hated that way of thinking. Moreover, due to some harsh malicious comments, she even thought of an extreme end choice. But after remembering on her parents, she came to her senses and thought, if I disappear from this world, what will happen to my parents? While thinking about her parents and
Die ist voll der
enduring this hard
Familienmensch.
time,
Krass,
she
voll
released the song, I
süß.
Want to Be Me.
Voll
And this
schön.
song is still her favorite song. Also, it's the last song she is singing at every concert. The song I Want to Be Me was written out of the pain of worrying about her poor performance as a singer and her career path during a long hiatus. Anyway, even after Unpretty Rap Star, she suffered for a long time. But she was able to make her name known to the public for the first time after 10 years, and with thus the second act of her career began. After various activities,
Yay,
Jessie
Psy!
moved to the Psy's agency.
Ja, das weiß ich, dass sie in seiner Agentur ist. Ich freue mich übelst, weil sie sieht so happy aus, ne? Und er ist so die ganze Zeit für sie da und so unterstützt sie. Richtig cool. Jetzt kann sie endlich sie selbst sein, Leute. Wow.
In 2020, she was invited to the Grammy after party as
Oh my
the only Asian
God.
and received many cooperation offers from other world-class producers. It looked like Jessie had finally entered the US music market, but all of her US debut plans had to be cancelled due to the COVID pandemic. However, even in this unpredictable situation, she succeeded in becoming a
Boah, ihre
world-class
Jacke.
singer by surpassing 100 million
Voll
YouTube
schön.
views with her new song Nu Nana.
No,
She
no,
was so
Nana.
happy, and that's why she cried while thinking back on the previous 10 years. Because it has
Die ist
taken
voll
too
softy,
long
obwohl sie von außen so hart wirkt, ne?
was really successful. It took about 17 years to become a world-class singer in 2020,
Boah,
since
17
Jessie started her
Jahre.
trainee career in Korea in 2003. This was the first moment when her hard work as a singer has been recognized, so she cried a lot. Also at that time, she
Ich
appeared
finde es so
in
süß, dass sie
Running
so
Man and started
dankbar
a
ist dafür,
relationship
ne?
with
Ah, den kenne ich doch,
Yoon
der ist von Knowing Bros,
With
ne?
his support, she has shown improved hosting skills and is loved by more and more entertainment shows like Sixth Sense and Jessie's Show Review. Jessie had to face a very long and difficult time over 10 years to get to where she is now. She participated in every lyrics for her albums.
17 Jahre ist schon krass, Leute.
In the lyrics. Messages like this. Just because you and I are different doesn't mean I'm living my life wrong. We
Oh.
only have one life. Let's live it nicely. She always packs
Ich habe die ganze Zeit so ein Kloß im Hals, was so schön ist, die Story.
important message to as many people as possible. I wish this message which Jessie would like to convey
Ey,
to
was
everyone
eine schöne
reach
Nachricht,
people
was eine
and
schöne
give hope to
Botschaft,
those who are
Leute.
going through a hard time. Just because you and they are different doesn't mean you are living your life wrong.
Oh mein Gott. Ey, ich heul gleich, das ist so schön gesagt. Die Sache bei Jessie ist, ich kenne sie auch erst seit ein paar Monaten oder so ein halbes Jahr. Und sie kam einfach aus dem Nichts irgendwie. Also für mich war es jedenfalls so. Sie war einfach irgendwann auf meiner YouTube-Startseite und auf Spotify. Und da habe ich sie einfach gefeiert, weil ihre Musik einfach voll cool war. Und dann habe ich mich so ein bisschen über sie erkundigt. Und sie war sehr badass, auch vom Aussehen und das, was sie so von sich gibt. Und ich fand sie einfach so cool. Weil das war mal was anderes, versteht ihr? Nicht immer dieses, so dieses Perfekte, sondern sie war einfach total real. Ich glaube, entweder mag man sie oder man hasst sie. Und ich liebe sie. Und nach der Geschichte hier liebe ich sie noch mehr. Ich habe euch ja gesagt, ich habe die ganze Zeit so einen Kloß im Hals gehabt und ich hatte Tränen in den Augen, weil es war so schön, so eine krasse Geschichte. So krass, was die Menschen durchmachen, wovon wir gar nichts wissen. Wir sehen immer nur das Schöne. Sie macht seit 17 Jahren Musik, Leute, und hat es nach 17 Jahren geschafft mit Ende 20, wo man bei K-Pop eigentlich denkt, okay, in dem Alter ist eigentlich vorbei. Aber da seht ihr es, Leute, egal woher ihr kommt oder was für ein Alter ihr habt oder was für einen Namen ihr habt oder was auch immer, es ist sowas von egal. Ihr braucht nur Durchhaltevermögen und glaubt an euch selbst. Ich habe ja damals zu IU reagiert und das fand ich auch so übelst krass, ne? Die Reaction dafür findet ihr übrigens hier, ist auch mit deutschen Untertiteln. Kann ich euch wirklich nur empfehlen. Und ja, Leute, das war's auch schon mit meinem Reaction-Video. Es war übelst emotional und wenn ihr noch weitere Videos habt, die mit deutschen Untertiteln sind, dann unbedingt unter die Kommentare. Und ja, Leute, das war's auch schon mit meinem Video. Wenn euch dieses Video gefallen hat, lasst mir gerne einen Daumen hoch da und subscribe nicht vergessen, macht die Glocke an, nicht zu verpassen. Folgt mir auf TikTok, folgt mir auf Instagram und Leute, vergesst nicht, kämpft für eure Träume. Hört bitte auf Jessies Quote. Der Quote ist so schön. Und ja, dann würde ich sagen, wir sehen uns das nächste Mal.